Hi everyone, welcome again to my channel. Today I'm going to give you another educational video that is intended for English 7 Quarter 3 Module 3 entitled Influence of Culture, History, Environment, and Written Text. Alright, the most essential learning competency in this video is this. Explain how a selection may be influenced by culture, history, environment, or other factors. And the competencies are the following. Number 1, explain how a selection may be influenced by culture and history through an essay. And number 2, express ideas on the message conveyed by the text read. Before that, we are going to have a pretest in order to check your background knowledge. Here's the direction. Read the statement carefully and choose the correct answer. Circle the letter of your answer. Alright, we have a pretest here in order to check your background knowledge with this lesson. Directions. Read the statement carefully and choose the correct answer. Circle the letter of your answer. Number 1. He is the author of the essay, The Universals. A. Dr. Cleofi M. Bacongan. B. Dr. Higenio Mendoza. C. Dr. Cleofi Kabakungan. And letter D. Dr. Liopi V. Kabangon. The correct answer here is option A. Dr. Cleofi M. Bakungan. Number 2. What two actual modes of conduct are mentioned in the text? Subjective, and situational. Letter B. Subjective and occasional. C. Subjective and conversational. And letter D. Subjective and behavioral. Alright, the correct answer here is option A. Subjective and situational. Next, number 3. The values of hiya and pakikisama is subjective and situational according to the text. What does it mean? A. Attitude depends on the accepted practices and ways of behavior of a given people at a given time. B. Attitude depends on a given situation. C. Attitude is very important in connecting with other people. D. Attitude is the key to unity. Alright, the correct answer here is option A. Attitude depends on the accepted practices and ways of behavior of a given people at a given time. Number 4. According to the text, the following are valid for all mankind at all times except A. Integrity. B. Justice. C. Freedom. D. Violence. Alright, the correct answer here is option D. Violence. Next, do the timeliness of ethical universal in different environments implicitly suggest A. That attitudes is an essential key to having a united nation. B. That virtues such as union and righteousness are deeply embedded in man's nature and are necessary to maintain a happy life. C. That no one deserves to be treated unequal. And letter D. That no man lives a happy life without practicing good manners. Alright, the correct answer here is option B. That virtues such as union and righteousness are deeply embedded in man's nature and are necessary to maintain a happy life. Number 6. What are the 5 constant virtues Confucius believed must be used in governance? A. Benevolence, righteousness, propriety, wisdom, and sincerity. B. Benevolence, righteousness, punctuality, wisdom, and sincerity. C. Benevolence, discrimination, propriety, wisdom, and sincerity. D. Benevolence, righteousness, propriety, wisdom, and simplicity. Alright, the answer here is option A. Benevolence, righteousness, propriety, wisdom, and sincerity. Next, number 7. What is the best explanation for this statement? Do to others whatever you would like them to do to you. A. Choose to do things for others that make you feel good. B. For you to be treated fairly, you should also treat others the same way. C. Treating others is a choice. And letter D. You like me, I like you. You don't like me, I don't like you. Now the answer here is option B. For you to be treated fairly, you should also treat others the same way. Next, which of the following is a principle of the Islam? A. Love for the people what you love for yourself, and you will be a believer. B. Regard your neighbor's lost as your lost. C. Hurt not others with that which pains you. Letter D. None of the above. Alright, the answer here is option A. Love for the people what you love for yourself, and you will be a believer. Next, number 9. The following share a common principle except A. Buddhism, B. Confucianism, C. Taoism, and letter D. Marxism. Alright, the correct answer here is option B. Confucianism. Next, what virtues are deeply embedded in man's nature? A. Union and righteousness. B. Honesty and integrity. C. Kindness and simplicity. Letter D. Hospitality and fairness. Alright, the correct answer here is option D. Hospitality and fairness. Next, under what's in a new module? Activity, quote unquote. Alright, here's the direction. Study the quotation given and choose among the given explanations best fit the idea or message of the quote. Cultural differences should not separate us from each other, but rather cultural diversity brings a collective strength that can benefit all of humanity. A. Cultural difference is a hindrance in having peace on earth. B. Respecting cultural differences could be our strength in having a united world. C. Accepting cultural differences is beneficial to us. Okay, the correct answer here is B. Respecting cultural differences could be our strength in having a united world. And here are the following questions. What is cultural differences? The answer here is not found in your module. So you need to pause the video for a while and then try to write down the answer. Cultural differences are the various beliefs, behaviors, languages, practices, and expressions considered unique to members of a specific ethnicity, race, or national origin. Number 2, what feeling is inspired by the passage? Answer, the passage gives the feeling of hope, unity, and cooperation in spite of the existing cultural differences. Next question, how can you put the passage into action? Okay, here is the suggested answer. The passage can be put into action by cooperating with other people with different culture. We should talk with them with topics that would develop mutual understanding and friendship. Again, this answer is not found in your module. You need to copy this down in order for you to have a ready-made answer. Another activity here, activity 2, yay or nay, yes or no. Again, the explanation here is not found in your module. So you need to pause the video for a while and then try to copy the answer. Directions, study the pictures below. In the box, but put yay if the picture depicts cultural ties and nay if not. Explain your answers. Okay, this one is given. Fiestas. The answer is yay. Explanation is celebrating fiestas has been a part of the Filipinos' cultural heritage for it. Celebrating fiestas has been a part of the Filipinos' cultural heritage, for it serves as a time to gather and be thankful of the blessings of God as has given us. Okay, number 2, generosity. The answer is yay. And for the explanation, generosity develops friendship and cooperation with people who have different culture. Again, this answer is not found in your module. You need to try to copy this down. Number 3, shaking hands. Answer, yay. Explanation. Shaking hands with people who have different culture will develop trust, confidence, and friendship. Next, number 4, cruelty. Answer is nay. Explanation. Cruelty towards people with different culture will result to hatred and enmity and will produce violence sooner or later. Now, what can I do? Essay check. Direction, write an essay about the world's current relationship in terms of cultural, natural, environmental, historical heritage. Base your essays on the guide questions below. Alright, now I have given you here a sample essay. You need to copy this down because this is not found in your module. The title here is Cultural Ties. Here is the introduction. Cultural ties refer to the cooperation between two persons, group of people, or countries with different culture, language, or belief. Cultural ties is usually developed in order to avoid conflict and misunderstanding. The peaceful existence of two people or countries with different culture depends on the mutual understanding and cooperation between them. Here is the body. Conflict and war usually occurs when both parties fail to reach cultural ties. Difference between religious belief and culture tends to develop prejudice, hatred, and later on results to bloodshed, which usually happens if these differences were not addressed accordingly. Both parties should try to understand each other and seek mutual respect and cooperation in order to avoid conflict and economic loss. Both parties should develop the habit of always taking into consideration the other party's feelings before deciding to do something they might regret. And for the conclusion, we should therefore cultivate the habit of nurturing friendship through cooperation with people who have different background or culture, because in doing so, we will be making friends than having enemies as neighbors. By developing good cultural ties, we would be able to grow economically without worrying for any ethnic or religious conflict. I hope you have learned something in this video. Thank you very much for watching. See you again.